Hello and welcome back. This is the day where I'm going to bond the panels onto my Sport 200. Specifically the side panels, the rear bulkhead panel and the interior side panels on the transmission tunnel. This is something that I'm a little bit worried about. The panels are very large, they need to be clamped down and they need to cure for 6 to 8 hours, I believe. So I'm going to do a lot of prep. I've checked that all the rivet holes are the appropriate size. I've got to clean everything, so I'm going to clean everything with alcohol, all the surfaces, and to make sure I get the best possible bond. So let's go. To bond the interior panels, I'm just using Vert Bond and Seal. I've got my rivets and my rivet gun here. And let's walk over to the car. What I have here, I've test fitted all the panels. It's important to know how to assemble things because once you put the sealant on there, you don't have much room for maneuvering, especially the side panels. So I'm going to do the back panel first and do that completely, rivet it on, and then I know that the side panels will fit, and I'll do the side panels next. So the back panel's now bonded and riveted in. So I'm just going to put the clamps on there just to keep that top edge looking neat. And next will be the side panels. I decided to put some more clamps on the top edge to get that nice. I've also completed the side panels. They were pretty straightforward. What I had done is that I put riv nuts on the top edge in order for the top surface, to have the top surface there. And I put the little screws in just to hold that panel fixed. And that seems to be a nice edge. I've got the riv nuts close enough together to get a good edge there. And as you can see, it goes all the way through. So that looks good. Another thing I need to bond in is the actual grille there. So you can see I've got the grille. I bent it around the corners and then I put sealant around the edge there. So it should be invisible from the outside, but the inside, this should just hold the grille in very nicely. So I'm about to start the side panel. You saw in the previous episode, I made holes for rivets down this edge and on the under edge. I have to bolt the top of the panel on to the bar around the scuttle and around where the nose cone fits. And I have to put sealant around all the vertical surfaces, making sure I don't clog up the roll cage holes there at all. So there's going to be a lot of pumping of the sealant and bonding agent on all the tubes. I want to make sure that I don't make a mess. So there's the order which I'm going to do it is put the sealant on carefully, get the panel, carefully place the panel on, and then bolt down the top, rivet the side edges, lift the car up on the lift, put the rivets in the bottom, and then clamp the sides in so that they're tight up against the edge. And hopefully that will be all that's needed to bond a side panel onto the vehicle. Okay, here I've got the side panel on. I've got some ratchet straps around it and some wood to press down the sides to make sure it bonds. It's looking pretty good, so I'm very happy with that. Now I need to just get some more ratchet straps and wood for the other side, and I can start that. Now that I've got the interior panels, the side panels bonded, and also the nose cone grills, it's time to do the last thing that requires bonding. They're the front fenders. So if you remember back to previous episodes where I made the wing stays, so I've got the wing stays here. Before I actually bond them to the wing stays, I need to drill a hole for the side lights. The side lights will go in here, one on each side, and that's a requirement. So I'm going to just mark out where to drill that hole, make sure the hole is the appropriate size, and then I can start putting the wing stay up and then the bonding process. So here I've attached the wing stays again. And let's put the fender on there. So you can see I've drilled the hole for the side light. And now it's a matter of just placing this correctly and then bonding it to the top. So I'll show you what that looks like afterwards. To bond the fenders onto the wing stays, I need to first of all just get rid of the paint where I want the bonding to happen. So I'll just scrape that down on both sides, and then I'll put the, I'll do that on both wheels, and then I'll put the bonding agent on there and put the wheel arches on. Okay, I've got the first fixing of the bonding the fenders on to the stays. Let's go around to the front. So I've got weight on them. They look even to me, so I think we're right. Okay, these are the rear fenders, wheel arches. I've marked them out. This is the center line, and I've put the one towards the front 3 inches away and this 2 inches away. I do this because I want to avoid the support bars up the top there. I want to be able to get to the bolt, the nuts, in order to do them up. I've moved them in from the edge 1¼ centimeters here, which gives me enough space to put a fender washer behind it in order to grab hold of it. So I think it's looking good. So now it's time to drill them. I'll transfer the holes. So this is what I achieved during the day. So you can see the nose cones on with the grill. I've got the front fenders on the wing stays, the front wings, coming around the side. The side panels are bonded on. The rear fenders have been drilled out and are ready to be mounted. I've done the interior panels, and I've just placed the scuttle on top, just somewhere to put it. So this is looking good. So for today, I'd like to do the second bond of the wing stays, the front here, and I'd like to put on the rear fenders and see if I can mount the boot box permanently. Okay, I've got the rear fender on. It was a little bit difficult, but it worked okay. I'm just going to put the wheel on and then I'll do the other side. So here we have a front fender. You can see the wing stays have been bonded in. So what I need to do is put more bond around it, cover it, but also the side light here. I want to run the wires around, then through here, and then around on the bar. So I'll bond the wire in around here in order to tuck them out of the way. So I'll get about doing that. Okay, I've put some more bond material around the wing stays to bond them into the fenders, and I've also bonded the wire in from the side lights. So that's looking pretty good. I have to wait a day or so before they're dry enough to be able to put back on the car. But yeah, so this is the other one, and that's similar. So that concludes the bodywork episode.